getting close to fantasy football season. I figure everybody's out there, who am I going to put on my fantasy? Well, how about we give you an example, this is my example, of the top 10 fantasy rookies in 2023.
Ooh.
So these are the players that I believe are going to be the fantasy leaders once it comes all said and done. Starting with, you ready for this, Parker? Number 10. Let's get it. C.J. Stroud.
Oh.
I believe C.J. Stroud. I'm still not sure about what he's going to do, if he's going to break the Ohio State quarterback curse. Team's young. I don't know a lot, but I do know he was a damn good quarterback. You can count on him in certain plays. I think 10 is good for him, and he's a quarterback, should be at that. Number 9.
Can I say something about C.J. Stroud real quick?
You can.
NFL Network tonight, Houston Texans and New England Patriots. You're going to see C.J. Stroud tonight. How about that?
You know what? Then I have more information when I come in tomorrow. Because the more information you know, the better you are. All right, what we got for number 9, Parker? Kendre Miller. This is a guy that I liked a lot. Obviously, TCU. We got a chance to see him up close and personal. He's playing it. This is one of the reasons why Kareem Hunt may not want to go to the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints, because they have Kendre Miller. He was a dynamic running back out of TCU last year to the tune of 1,400 yards. So look for him to do some good things in New Orleans. Number 8, where we at on the list? Dalton Kincaid.
Oh, that's a good one.
Now, you always link, you said, for Tom Mazaway, it's going to be Penei Sewell and Micah Parsons. Well, Dalton Kincaid will always get linked to Sam Laporta, because I think Sam Laporta.
And Michael Mayer, right?
And Michael Mayer.
Three guys.
And those 3 guys. But I think Dalton Kincaid's better than Mayer, but I think Sam Laporta is better than them all. But he's in a system where they need a tight end up there in Buffalo. They need somebody to be an outlet for Josh Allen. That's something that they needed last year. If they could have had a competent tight end in the playoffs, could have played a lot better against that Cincinnati team. So look for Dalton Kincaid to have a big
Let me ask you about Kincaid for a second before we move on, if that's okay. Can we always talk about Stephon Diggs getting some help here, right? I mean, and Gabe Davis, no disrespect to him at all, really nice receiver over there.
Yeah,
but
had a bad year.
Yeah, can Dalton Kincaid be that? I don't want to say Sam Laporta, but we believe Sam Laporta is going to fill in for Jameson freaking Williams. Okay? I mean, those are pretty darn big shoes to fill. Can Dalton Kincaid have that same impact for Buffalo?
I think so. The way they run their system. Listen, this is not 1995. Tight ends nowadays, in this 2023, I told you it was going to rain. In 2023, these tight ends nowadays, these guys can play. They play like receivers. They run like receivers. Dalton Kincaid is in a system where he has Josh Allen. Let's just start there. Every year, people say Josh Allen's going to win the MVP. Josh Allen is his quarterback. They're going to have a bounce-back year from last year. They hope. But Dalton Kincaid is going to have a good year regardless.
During the commercial break, I looked outside, and I was like, is it supposed to rain today? You think I know that? I mean, we do weather every 10 minutes at Fox 2. You said yes, and Parker's over there. No,
I looked at my phone.
I totally
looked at my phone.
It is friggin' pouring out.
Yeah, that's completely.
I'll tell you a secret. The older you get, trust your eyes, not your phone.
Yeah, don't.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's rain.
I'm not a meteorologist.
I love it. No, not supposed to rain.
No, not at all.
It says on
That's
my device.
funny, Parker. I love that. You're the man, bro.
We're just messing with you, buddy.
I know. I was supposed to go mow the lawn after this.
Oh, now you got.
Not
now you
today.
Have to do
No, not after this.
You got a break today. Speaking of breaks, number 7. Number 7, Bryce Young.
Ooh.
Bryce Young is on the list. Now, he will be higher, but still trying to see what their receiver core is going to be. Remember, they gave up DJ Moore in order to get him. So, Bryce Young, damn good quarterback. He checks every freaking box except height. If it was for that, everybody would be excited about what he could do for the Carolina Panthers, but have him on their
You
7.
like this team this year, yeah.
I like that team a lot because I got a chance to see them when the Detroit Lions played them in the end of the year. What did we talk about the Lions in 2021, how well they played at the end of the year? Well, that's how the Carolina Panthers played last year. They played like balls to the wall from all of December, and they beat up on the Detroit Lions. They have a good running game. They have a really good defense led by J.C. Horn at DB. I like them. I do like them. Coming in at number 6, Parker. That's not Peter. Quentin Johnson, another guy that we got a chance to see up close and personal in that Fiesta Bowl.
Quentin Johnson has nightmares over this guy.
I'm telling you, man, he caught that doggone drag route and took it 74 yards. Look, he's a fellow number 1, so I got to show love where love is due. He's been killing it since he got to Los Angeles. They've been talking about nothing but him. And you got to think, there's a guy that just got paid like Johnny Kemp, and that's Justin Herbert. Keenan Allen, hurt every year. Michael Williams, hurt every year. he's waiting for a guy to be consistent. I think it could be Quinton Johnston. Number 5, Anthony Richardson.
Oh.
See, look around over again, PTSD.
Well, can I just say that for everybody that was hammering me
you're right about this one.
How many people thought we were on crack? Because you did, Parker. Thought we were on. Did JB? Were you there too? Just a couple of my friends who thought we were on crack in January. When I said, and Maz, I got to bring him into this too, said that Anthony Richardson should be the Lions pick at 6. He was, people, oh, you crazy, you don't know football. I'm turning this show off. You don't know what you're talking about. Who is this guy? Lions didn't take him at 6 because he was taken at 4. He wasn't even around at 6. And now, by all accounts, this guy's just come in and knocked the socks off of everybody in Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he's killing it out there. And what you want to see, a dual threat. You talk about Johnny Manziel. He's a guy, look, when something's broken, he's a guy that can get out of a jam and get you a first down. He can extend the drive. He can get you a touchdown and create an extra series at the end of the game. It's going to be fun to watch him play. You know, once Jonathan Taylor, they ever get that done, you put those two guys together, he's going to be a lot of fun to play, man. So I got him at 6. I got him at 5. You guys are right. I said, hey, he wouldn't be in the top 5 draft picks. He was top 4. We're going to see how he plays because I'm trying to come around. His upside is just through the roof. That's the thing that excites you the most about him is the upside. Speaking of upside, number 4.
Oh, I like that. Number 4.
Number 4. I
Like
love Zay
voiceover
Flowers.
guy.
Hey, I always wanted to be like a movie phone guy. Zay Flowers, he have been destroying it since he got to camp. They've talked about him, the people that have gone to see the Baltimore Ravens training camp, they talked about how much separation he has from the DBs when he's running routes. He is destroying those guys. You're talking about guys that are Pro Bowl caliber DBs over on that Baltimore Ravens defense. Zay Flowers, look out. Now you have Odell Beckham. Now you have Rashad Bateman. Now you have Duvernay. And now you got your deep threat in Zay Flowers. And Lamar Jackson is a happy guy to the tune of $262 million.
Could be a difference maker there for Baltimore. You know, I mean, and a little bit of pressure is off him too, playing next to Odell Beckham Jr. He doesn't have to be, you know, it's not Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, and Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets a little bit of a reprieve with a guy like Odell Beckham Jr. standing next to him a little bit, you know?
He gets a lot of reprieve because one, his quarterback is Lamar Jackson, who we've seen get MVP with no wide receivers. And now you got a guy in Rashad Bateman who's a damn good receiver. Duvernay, who's a guy that can make some plays for you. And then, like you said, Odell Beckham helping with Mark Andrews, who's one of the top 3 tight ends in the league right now. Watch out for that team, man. And when we do our our division picks, you'll see where I'll be leaning on that one. Coming in at number 3, I believe we're at.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
I got him on my team.
I was waiting.
Yeah, baby.
I was waiting.
Jahmyr Gibbs is number 3. You know what? You saw how he exploded on the linebacker 3 days ago and got off the sideline for that tremendous down the field play. A little double, and then take off. Little Barry Sanders, he's gonna be great.
Little what?
It's quick, man. It's a little in and out. But he's explosive, he's dynamic, he gets in and out of breaks fast, he can catch the ball in the backfield, he can run through the tackles as well. He's going to have a really good year in years to come, if you will.
So exciting. Now, I got the player wrong, but I did get the position right. Man, Jahmyr Gibbs, every time this guy is on film, it's hard to see why his name wasn't more talked about until later in the draft process. His name did ultimately come up towards the end of the draft process, but man, this guy is a difference maker.
There was a player that I wanted to put up there before Jahmyr Gibbs. I know you don't have his Addison. You didn't. Oh, you do Addison? Oh, well, there, put Jordan Addison up there. Jordan Addison, baby, coming in at number 2.
Oh,
that's right, all right. Jordan Addison coming in at number 2. Number 2, you ask. Reason why I haven't been coming in number 2, Jordan Addison is playing in Minnesota. Who's the quarterback in Minnesota?
Kirk Cousins.
You guessed it, Kirk Cousins. He may not win you a playoff game, but he's going to get you 5,000 yards passing or somewhere close to it. Yep. He's going to have upwards of 35 to 40 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson can't catch every pass.
Yeah, I totally think Jordan Addison's going to be kind of one of those. I mean, you have that obvious number 1 receiver in Justin Jefferson, but Jordan Addison's could be just as good as Justin Jefferson.
What you're starting to see is, and he'll be damn good. He won't be as good as Justin Jefferson. But to your point, what you're starting to see is you're starting to see the number one wide receiver, the number two wide receiver, like Parker's alluding to, is another number one wide receiver. Devontae Smith is a Heisman winner and a damn good wide receiver. A.J. Brown is number one wide receiver on that team. It's going to be the same thing with these guys. I mean, you look at Jamar Chase. T. Higgins can be a number one on damn near most teams.
Yep.
But Jamar Chase is the number one on that team. That's what you're starting to see. Like the number two, it's going to be a battle from here on out. But Jordan Addison with Kirk Cousins, T.J. Hockenson and Justin Jefferson are going to get a lot of attention.
Before we give you the number one player, number one rookie in fantasy, according to Braylon Edwards, I want to thank that one little grip kid. $5 in the WoodwardSports.com chat. You guys have made being a Detroit fan fun again. Hope the Lions continue to succeed. I'm 28, never felt that joy of a playoff win. Great stuff. Thank you, sir. That's a big compliment. We're trying to have some fun with this as well.
Yep, 28. That's because it's never happened, but it's going to happen this year. Jackson Smith and Jigba is the wide receiver is not on the list. I would have had him 5. I made a mistake and didn't put him in there when I was sitting in the Parker. That's on me. Jackson Smith and Jigba is out there in Seattle, so he'll be
tied for 5th.
Exactly, he'll be tied for 5th. You got you have Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and Geno Smith with Charbonnet and K9 in the backfield. JSN is going to get off.
Stud.
100%. Number one, you know who it is, Ryan Ermanni.
Oh, Bijan Robinson of Texas by way of Atlanta Falcons.
And this is the guy that you wanted, man. Bijan Robinson, he's a damn good running back. You saw what he was able to do at Texas to the tune of 1,800, 500 yards in passing. in receiving. He can do both. He's a dual threat running back. He's a monster. You put him with the Falcons. They were in a lot of games last year. They got a couple good receivers out there. We're going to see what the quarterback does. But if Desmond Ridder's your quarterback, chances are you're going to be leaning on your running back a lot. So expect Bijan Robinson to have a big rookie year.
And the number one fantasy rookie that Braylon Edwards has on the top 10. And I would say, let me ask you this question before we move off this.
Yep.
You know now what you knew then. Bijan Robinson or Jahmyr Gibbs, who would you take?
That's a terrible question you're going to ask your boy, man. It's Detroit love I'm giving out there. I still got to go Bijan Robinson.
I go Jahmyr Gibbs. I go Jahmyr Gibbs. Speed, versatility kills in the NFL. It is a total mismatch, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay, hear me out on this one. I'm looking at it from the standpoint, if we're going by running back years, and we're going back how good they are, how long they last. We're saying 6 years, we're saying 7 years.
We'll go 5, 6.
Okay, that's 6. We'll split it. So we'll go 6 years. Bijan Robinson is going to be a monster out of the get-go, out of the gate. I think the Lions are going to figure out how to use, how to use Jahmyr Gibbs. They're going to figure out how to use him in the backfield, how to use him out of the backfield, pass catching, a little running. Bijan Robinson, the team is being built around him. So I just think for what you're going to get out of him in the first 6 years, I would go that route. But the fact that it's a question, it's a thought process.
When you just see how the Atlanta Falcons did with the run game with Cordero Patterson, just imagine what it is with Bijan Robinson.
A wide receiver had 1,000 yards rushing in Atlanta.